Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we're going to essentially talk Sentinel part 2, so stay tuned. Alright, so it's a couple of days later, we're wearing the same thing. So we're actually making the second part of this video same day. The reason why we kind of split this video up was because the first video started getting way too long, and we kind of want to take the time to explain, you know, why we're working with the genes that we're working with, and because it is a rare gene, and we want to make sure that, you know, we explain it correctly to everybody out there. So I guess just in case the people didn't watch part 1, or it's just a different kind of viewer, do you mind just giving us a brief explanation on the Sentinel?
Yeah, well, the Sentinel basically is a busy pattern morph. It's this morph or gene is considered a recessive gene. There are different lines and different animals that are within the same complex, like the paint. The paint is not considered a recessive. It is currently considered incomplete dominant, but that's just a debate within the community that's been going on for a while now. But I invested into this specific line because I'm a firm believer that this is a recessive project, just because of the way it acts in its single gene form, and how dramatic it is when you have
two copies,
both of the copies of the gene stacked up together to create the visual, which is this the Sentinel. So basically, this is part 2 of the Sentinel project that we're working on, and we're gonna reveal the second project that we're gonna be plugging this boy with, and see how that goes.
Cool. Yeah. So, you know, it's not really a secret of, you know, most people have seen my collection. I don't have too many ready to breed females, but is there a reason why you kind of, before revealing it, kind of like we did the first video, is there a reason why I know that we talked about doing double recessive, right? Pied, Sentinel, and then a couple weeks later we're like, oh, maybe we should get into the Sentinel this. Did it just catch your eye, like, as an individual project, or is it maybe that 2 genes that you think might work together in the future, or what kind of threw you on this second pairing?
Well, this second pairing actually was an idea of mine that I threw out there, and I strongly believe that this combination of genes are going to work very well with each other because of the similarities and the color palette. And if you don't mind revealing what that snake is, we can continue getting into the details of this project. So
she is in blue, or just getting out of it, but this is what I believe and what he believes, and I'm almost 100% sure. I mean, I got it from a reputable breeder. The lack of my knowledge makes me second guess a lot of things, but this is a Coral Glow red stripe.
From my experience and the red stripes that I've seen, I strongly believe that that's a Coral Glow red stripe, and the goal of this project would be hoping that this female proves out to be red stripe, to eventually make visual Sentinel red stripes, and that's due to the color palette that both genes have to offer, which is like the rusty reds and like the oranges, and just kind of like make the dorsal striping a little bit more dramatic, and hopefully bringing more of that, you know, that rich color into the blushing. Yeah. Along with just adding the busyness of the Sentinel, you know, I strongly believe that those 2 genes will work very well with each other, and I really want to see what the visual Sentinel red stripe looks, if not the visual Sentinel super red stripe. And to me, that sounds really exciting, because red stripe is one of those genes that just brings in a lot of those rusty colors. And ultimately, I think that's the end goal with this pairing right here, just to like draw out those rusty colors into like a single combo, and see what happens there, and maybe work other genes into that project as well.
Yeah, I'm really excited about the red stripe in there, and I mean I may be completely off. I mean you can tell me your opinion. Just don't kill me too hard because we're on video. When I started seeing the red stripe more and more and more in Morph Market, I saw like the coloring of that is more like a, I don't want to say golden, but it's definitely a darker gene, but it also cleans up a little bit.
Yes.
When I see this, like all this blushing on the Sentinel, I feel like it might be a very powerful gene to work with red stripe because of their similarities. And kind of creating this highly like rustic and like more of a golden animal, and then especially because of the darkness of the Sentinel up on the dorsal stripe up here, like it's already a big contrast already, and then I'm thinking with the red stripe we're going to see a lot more of that,
Definitely. In theory, that's basically the goal, that these two genes combined, red stripe and Sentinel, will bring in those rich rusty colors, and the red stripe does bring dark tones into the mix as well. So the goal would be just to amplify what's already here in the Sentinel and what the red stripe has to offer with the mixture of the two genes. Basically just amplify the best of both worlds, which is the rusty colors and the dorsal striping.
Yeah. So essentially, guys, what we're trying to produce this season is a shitload of holdbacks. Essentially,
yeah,
right?
Basically, we want to make heads. Not to dismiss the Coroglow at all, but also myself, I'm actually still. I still don't have a direction of where I would take the Sentinel Coroglow. I have seen the visual Sentinel Coroglow or banana Sentinel, and it's,
I don't know that. That's out?
Yeah, it's been made.
Okay.
And I just don't know what direction I would take that in right now, but I'm sure I'll think of something, maybe put some dark genes into it and amplify like the purples in it or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not against the Coroglow and red stripe or in Sentinel, but I really don't want to hit any. It would suck if all of our females ended up being Coroglow het Sentinel or Coroglow red stripe het Sentinels, because like you said, maybe it's not like something against the Coroglow because it's a beautiful animal, but I think it's too overpowering. And what I'm trying to see right now, I think what both are is, kind of seeing a specific mutation, not necessarily stack more genes on top of it to say it's a 5-gene animal. We're just trying to create something that we think will be clean. And I think in both in our opinion, it's going to be the super red stripe Sentinel project, right?
Yeah, definitely. And I think you hit it like spot on the nail, because like you said, it's not necessarily just stacking up more genes when it comes down to this project. We're just basically trying to draw out one of the genes from that female that will work well with this project and work that project into its own direction, without the Coroglow, just because we believe that the red stripe alone with the Sentinel would do so much just on their own without the Coroglow. I feel like it would just do more than if Coroglow was in it, because again, just reiterating what he said, the Coroglow is so overpowering that I feel like it'll probably take away from the red stripe Sentinel combo.
Yeah, for that complex pretty much also, right? Because this is so light, and we're trying to go for something that's darker and more rustic.
Exactly, we're trying to capture those the darker tones and the rustier tones.
Yeah.
And the blushing and stuff like that.
Yeah. So so I guess our go-to for this first pairing, just maybe get some knowledge out there to some people, seeing that it is such a new project. Where not a lot of people are working with it more. Better said. I guess our goal is to produce as many females as possible, right? Because to find heads of this with red stripe is pretty much impossible, right?
Right now, there are heads available.
With red stripe?
Not with red stripe at all. I don't think you can find it. I don't think that, not at least not to my knowledge. I don't know of anybody working this project. There might be, just because like it's just such a cool sounding project to do, but to my knowledge, there's currently nobody working that project, and you know, just the way we envision the combo being, it like,
yeah,
I feel like it's gonna be a really good project to go after.
Cool. All right. Well, just the PSA, public service announcement at the end of the video. I think this kind of shows the importance of kind of like networking and reaching out to other breeders, because without knowing Jason, this project for me wouldn't be possible. Probably vice versa. So it's just a very cool thing to kind of do. So if anybody out there is just starting out in the hobby, just don't be afraid to reach out, because you know, there's a lot of people in the industry, in the hobby, that are, you know, really cool people and are willing to help and work together to accomplish things that probably will be a little bit too hard for, you know, just somebody coming into the industry to accomplish.
And just want to share, guys, like I'm fairly new in the hobby as well. You know, I don't know a lot yet. I'm still learning. This is always going to be a learning process for us, and we're just trying to learn as much as we can. But just like he said, networking is so important. But even like, no matter how much time you have in the hobby, whether you have a year, a couple years, or like even if you just gotten in, like, it's important to share information with people.
Yeah.
You do want to be careful about not sharing the wrong information, though, because you really just want to think about the animals, and also, you know, how much the, you know, like the pet owner or the breeder cares about their animals. So, you know, always share as much information as you can as you learn, but also be humble enough to you know, to know the correct information and to do your research. And that's
cool.
Yeah, basically all I really wanted to say.
All right. Whether you guys haven't, anybody out there that enjoyed part 1 and part 2, make sure you like the video so I can keep bringing Jason over to our channel. If not, I'm gonna go straight after this guy and no. But definitely, you know, I gotta be honest, and I'll put it out here in public. You know, man, it's really cool doing a video with somebody that actually knows snakes and talking about a project. I feel like, you know, transitioned really well, man. So I'm actually pretty excited. Hopefully we can do some more projects together, or you know, interviews.
Yeah, definitely. I'm actually pretty excited to continue to work with you, man.
Cool, man. Well, let's plug in all your stuff, man, because, you know, it's about that time. So where can they find you on IG, on any platform that you might be on?
Yeah, I'm most active on Instagram. So you can find me at Genomic_Labs on Instagram, and I do also have a YouTube channel, but I'm not too active on my YouTube. It's been a while since I've done videos. So let me know down in the comments if you want to see more videos of mine. But you can definitely go check out the videos that I do have up there. It's not a lot, but go check them out, definitely.
Yeah, and he does have that, like, very, you know, like, deep voice, so I had to get a little sick to kind of match his voice a little bit, because, you know, he's, you know, a full-grown man. I'm still going through my, you know, through my cycle. No, but there you guys have it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, everything, and hopefully you guys are as excited for the project as we are. We hope that we're kind of touching into something untapped. I think we're gonna be able to accomplish the goal, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.